Broadcasting from Sacramento, California, this is the Truth Nugget Channel. Keeping it full wowie with our opinions on what's going on in the world today. Where we're going to take it, no subject is off limits and no topic is too taboo. Where we're going to give you the truth and nothing but the unfiltered truth. So Jarrell, tell them who we are.
Wavy Davy on the sound mix, eating on the soft tip, Jarelli smoking smelly. Y'all ready for another hit? Matter of fact, take two, then pass it back. Facts, opinions, and views coming out of sack. We mental, this is our truth. Yeah, we care for adults, but even more about the youth. They need to know for growth, expose the Truth Nugget Podcast. Welcome to another episode.
All right, okay. Well, do you want to do the, hey, welcome to episode 1?
Welcome to episode 1. Bitches. No. Nah, but yeah, man. Welcome to another episode. You know, Truth Nugget Podcast episode. You know what I'm saying?
You love the lean on that.
I know
thing,
we
man.
lean. But I mean, I'm be leaning anyway, just
Yeah.
so the mic make sure it sounds good. Yeah, welcome to another episode. We back again with the Truth Nugget Podcast. We tapped in. We got Wavy Davy here.
Shout out.
Saying Jarelli smoking smelly, of course, all day, every day. Nothing's wrong with the herb. They lied.
Tell like it is.
Right. But yeah, we're gonna tackle another topic today, another subject.
Mm-hmm.
We hope guys tune in with us. You know, give us our you know, some comments, some feedback. You know, we don't know it all. We just you know, regurgitating information, and you know, maybe our opinions and views come into play, but same time, we just students learning just like everyone else, trying to become masters of ourselves and trying to encourage others to become masters of themselves by passing on knowledge and information, which is once again, I feel like the most important thing that you can pass on in life, because money, material, anything, knowledge is the best thing.
Most of.
Bam. So, what we tackling today, man?
Hey, well, first of all, welcome to episode 1 of the Truth Nugget Podcast.
Boo,
you know what I'm
boo.
saying? Hey, first of all, this has been a long time coming. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people have been hitting us on up, like, oh, when's that first episode gonna drop? When's the first episode?
Right.
You know what? It's just like any type of like artist, like let's say a rapper.
Right.
You gotta take the time. The production's gotta be right.
Yeah, you want to make
Everything's
sure
gotta be, the packaging's gotta be right. Because when you release it to the masses, you want it to hit.
be right. That
You
part.
know what I'm saying? But I know for today, I know we have a few topics we want to talk about. You know, we're not going to try to go too long. We're not going to try to do a full football game up in here.
Right.
But, you know, I know that we definitely want to talk about, you know, I know we have a few reviews to do.
Yeah.
You know, I know we got to, you know, we got to let the people know our opinions about some good beers, good wine, good weed. You know, because everybody needs some good weed in their life. That's not even lying. Man.
Or maybe even a good beer in their life every now and again.
Shout out.
But don't drink and drive.
Do not. Hey, shout out to Uber and all the other things. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
The
man.
bikes,
Yeah.
the scooters.
Oh my goodness. Word.
Yeah, you know.
Bike life.
Hey, yo, Sacramento getting tough out here with the bikes and the scooters. I've been seeing so many scooters fucked up on the sidewalk, man.
Yeah. They just don't
Man,
care. You know, after
yeah.
they use and abuse them, it's done over with.
Yeah, sad.
So you got to get your own, man.
Gotta get it on.
Yeah.
But I know we also want to talk about maybe we're gonna talk a few things about politics, but you know, some stuff's been going on in the world that maybe we want to touch about. You know, maybe some entertainment news. You know what I'm saying? But so that's what this is what the podcast is gonna be about. You know, we got some information to pass on to you guys, and like Jarrell has said, you know, please don't hesitate to get at us. You know, whether it's our Instagram account, the comment section. You know, we'll be going through our comments. We will be highlighting some really good either statements or questions. We're gonna answer them at the end of the show. Maybe even call you guys up on our 800 number.
Right.
Because I know, you know, this is kind of a good little segue, but I do want to tease that we do maybe have a special guest calling in later on to speak about some cool knowledge and spiritual stuff. You know,
Right.
and you know, just to kind of give a quick shout out. If you want to save the world, you gotta love the world. That's going to be your little sneak peek about what our special guest is going to be talking about later on. But, you know, to kind of go back into square one, our reviews, I got a review.
Yeah.
You picked out the beer.
I did.
So let's go ahead and bust this beer on out real quick.
All right. Why I finished this one?
Hey, pep talk. Hey, yo, explain to the audience why you picked out this beer right here for us to do a review on. Pep talk. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I picked that one. It kind of fit perfect. Pep talk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pep talk. For me, I feel like it's just what we doing here now. You know what I'm saying? A little pep talk. You know what I'm saying? A little knowledge, a little information to pass on for you to further yourself and get better. Become a better individual. And that's what sometimes talk is for and is needed. Um, so yeah, pep talk.
Pep
Yeah.
talk, and
Talk
also
to us,
too.
we talk back.
Hey, and you know what? Also, I definitely feel like when people have a beer or two in them,
They pep talk.
the talk gets a lot fucking real, a lot realer.
They
Hey,
pep talk.
hey, sometimes a lot of bullshit comes out too,
Right.
but it's coming out.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So this is from the Porchlight Brewing Company, which is Sacramento,
Okay.
Sacramento
Shout out.
Brewery. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. They got the hops right here: Sultana, Exquinaut, Centennial, and Eldorado.
Mm.
Best served in a beacher glass at 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. So it gives you a little information about what you're going to be sipping on. West Coast IPA, 7.2 ABV. So it's that's a decent beer. You know?
Right.
I mean, I had a 9% beer IPA, a 6-pack. I killed the whole 6-pack, and I got so fucking hungover the next day. 9%er, Colossal IPA. It was the Lagunitas Colossal IPA.
Mm.
Tasted good.
Yeah.
Got a good buzz. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But the next day, my wife can attest to this. I was hungover the whole fucking day. The whole fucking day, and it's bad when you wake up the hangover so bad. You're like, I need some weed just to like help balance this out.
it out.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you know in the morning. It's a whoopsie. But yeah. So let's see what the Porchlight got. You know what I'm saying for the pep talk because for episode 1, I like the way you picked this one out. It has a lot of meaning to it. Okay.
Smells good.
Yeah. It's definitely not as like tropical and citrus as like as that reptilian one that we tried. Remember that one had like a little more.
Exactly.
We almost talked about like that kind of being kind of like a citrus hazy IPA. It was a hazy IPA.
Yeah, it was a hazy. Yeah.
This is obviously clear, right? You could. Oh, hello. There you go. You can see through it. A nice light, crisp color to it.
Nice, yeah.
The bubbles look small, look cute.
Right. Smell is excellent. Oh, cheers, man.
Oh, cheers. Cheers, my brother. Okay. So this is I want to remind you, a West Coast IPA. This tastes just like a West Coast IPA.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like
this nailed it.
You couldn't get more West Coast than this right here. Like
this is like the quintessential West Coast IPA. It's just hoppy enough, but not over hoppy. I'm telling you, boys and girls, right now, it's almost like a pale ale. Remember we had the hoppy blonde on tap over there.
It's not that hoppy. Yeah. Oh yeah, just right too.
Yeah, no, it's a good balance. Shout out to Porchlight Brewing Company.
Right, shout out.
We
That's
may
actually
have
a
to-
good beer right there. You might have to come pay y'all a visit.
I like that. I like that a lot. And you know what too? This beer right here, $4.99. $4.99.
Right.
Not that bad. If you're going out to a microbrewery or a local pub, you're paying $5 a pint for fucking Coors Light nowadays.
Right.
I feel like maybe like $3.99 for a Coors Light. Spend the dollar, get the West Coast IPA made locally. Shout out.
Part. Support your locals.
Support YOLO. Hey, what is it? Think globally, act locally.
Act locally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at this at all.
No, it's really good. It's actually light, like you said. It's hoppy.
For a 7.2,
Right.
you don't really taste the alcohol in this.
No.
It's a high remarks. You know what?
Throw it back.
If on a scale from 1 to 10, what you putting on this? What's the number you putting on the Porchlight Pep Talk?
Well,
Scale from 1 to 10, 10 being best beer you've ever had in your life, hands down.
Well, yeah. So I'm not gonna give it a 10.
No.
And so let me just say that off the rip. But
Off the top rope. Pah!
You feel me? But don't get me wrong. It's maybe at a nice 6 or 7. You know
Solid.
what I mean? Not trying to put it on too much, but not also trying to take away from it too much because it is an actual good beer. I do see myself drinking it more often. You know what I mean? It's like you said, it's real light. It's not as hoppy, so you can definitely drink this with a lot of meals.
Oh yeah.
All day. You know
All
what I
day.
mean? And you can probably take 2 or 3 back and still be okay to
Live your life.
yeah go on with your evening. You know what I mean? But
And also too, you know what I think is a good quality about this beer? When it's hot outside, I could crush this beer.
Yeah, automatically, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, and that goes as far as to the point where it's not as hoppy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you
The
can just
bitterness, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can really just go ahead and take it back. You know, I mean, I don't know if y'all see where like I started where I started from and where I'm at now. Time frame.
Started from the top. Now we go to the bottom.
To the bottom, and I'm still thirsty. I can drink like literally.
Yeah, it's a good fucking beer. You know what it is? You know what this beer is? If you were to go to a bar, and if you were to go to a bar and the bartender's like, hey, what do you want? You're like, IPA,
Right.
and he brings you out one of these. You take a sip. You're like, I may tip this bartender an extra $1 or $2.
Right.
Because
he hit it right on the spot.
Nailed it.
You know, yeah, and I noticed a lot of people don't like too much like hoppy beers.
Right.
You know what I mean? They would like something mellow like that. So I definitely recommend that.
And also too, I feel like people that like hoppy beers, they go for double IPAs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they go for the
They pretty
hazies.
much know what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know what they want. They know what they're walking.
But you know, like most, like let's say lagers. Shout out to Look Up Lager.
Yeah. Shout out.
Or the People's Lager.
People's.
Shout out. That's about 5% ABV.
4.8.
Yeah, 4.85%. Like I said, for 7.2, this flavor profile is almost like that, which is
Yeah,
like more hoppiness.
Yeah.
A sprinkle, a little
Right. And that's why you can just
a whisper
down it with ease.
down it with ease,
Yeah.
man.
That was really good.
That was good. You know what? You put it at about a 6.5. I'm gonna put it at you know what? I'm gonna be a little bit more generous. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna round it on up. I'm gonna give it to a 7.
That's why I'm at the 7 mark too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't want to take too much from it, but I also don't want to give it too much neither.
That is true.
I've had better beers. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. This isn't like you're gonna immediately go to the Curtis Park Marketing buy a 4-pack.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you see this on tap and pep talk, hold on. I'm ready for another pep talk.
That part.
I'm ready for another one.
Rounds
Pep
on
me up.
Pep talk. Come get your beer.
Man, how about this? What would you say is one of the worst beers you've ever had? Let's ask them that, because you know a lot of people talk about their best beers or their favorite beers. Let's try to give you a beer to stay. Maybe our opinion. Warning, our opinion. Maybe stay away from this beer. Is there one that you want to say something?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it. Well, maybe because it was just my experiences that I've been through, but like 211s. Oh my god.
The steelest of reserves.
Oh my god.
Hey.
That is like one of the when I you know, because I wasn't too big on beer, but I did drink beer though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I wasn't big on it as far as flavor, quality, quantity, you know, things of that nature. Man, 211 is one of the most nastiest beers that it possibly is. And it gets you fucked up for a reason. Like that's
straight up. Hey, I'm gonna spend like 2 minutes. I'm gonna tell you this quick little story, right? Yeah. So I was 18, 19. I was probably like 18, 19 years old. Yeah. Me and like 3 high school buddies moved to Santa Cruz. They all got accepted to UCFC, the University of Santa Cruz.
Right.
I was a high school dropout, so I was just fucking working. Shout out to Denny's. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
But you know the cool thing though about like working, and all the other kids were students, is like I'd actually bring home a paycheck, so I actually had money to spend. So I normally get us some bottles and things. I'm gonna tell you this right now. When it was like the day before payday, we got a 6-pack of Steel Reserve. I'm gonna say this right now. Me and the boys got like a case of Steel Reserve at least once or twice a month. Not because like we liked it, but it's because hey, we're trying to get drunk.
Right.
We're on a strict budget. You know, it's like, of course. You know, it's like I got like 20 quarters. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get us drunk. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we definitely got the Steel Reserve. We never got the 40s or anything like that. Like I said, it was the classic 12-ounce cans, 6-pack or 12-pack. But I definitely remember the key. I always remember, and I used to smoke cigarettes back then. Yeah. The key was for me to smoke to drink Steel Reserve was to constantly smoke a cigarette.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? Just because
the flavor profile.
Just for the flavor, fucking.
Just trying to keep it.
Oh my god! Because the first beer was the toughest beer.
Yeah.
But once you get like a buzz, and like once you get in the mentality like I just gotta pound this.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit easier.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I'm gonna give you the nod. Steel Reserve is a tough one. For me though, coming up in the beer game, King Cobra.
Yeah,
the King Cobra was the first 40s me and like my friends had gotten. I don't know why we got King Cobras, King Co's,
Right,
instead
right.
of Mickey's or
Some
OEs
more, yeah.
or fucking High Gravity or some bullshit like that.
Right.
But it was King Co, and I definitely remember like the first month of drinking. That's what we got, and it was the type of beer when you take a sip, oh my god! I remember definitely like 2 people had pulled me like, "Do you even enjoy drinking?"
Yeah, right.
Because like I was like, "Well, I was like, what do you mean? I love this. I don't know what you're talking about."
No, when that shit nasty as about.
It was but you know what though? You want to talk about like everybody at that point was talking about beer is an acquired taste. You gotta drink it to acquire the taste of it.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And I'm gonna say that is a little fact. There's a little
So,
there's a truth nugget in there.
It's
The more you drink beer, the more you will appreciate beer. I feel like that with almost anything that you do in life.
Yeah, because I mean, for me myself personally, like I wasn't into beers as heavily as I am now. Until I was working at OPB. See what I'm saying?
Hey, I remember very clearly when you came in. I think it was like your first or second day, and I was like, "Hey man, let me get you a shift beer." And you're like, "I don't really drink like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think you're about to." Let me go and pour you on up a growler real quick.
That part,
you go and take this on home, and I'll see you tomorrow. And then it's been kind of like
tradition, bro.
It's been a tradition in a good way though.
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever taken it overboard.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't never really drink to get drunk. You know what I mean? Like you would never like you won't catch me like over the top.
You will catch me. You will catch me over the top.
Over the top.
Suplex.
But yeah, I just because I'm not a big on drinking. I smoke. That's what I do. But
when I was younger, in my early 20s, I'm 33 now, by the way. In my early 20s, I'd say from 20. Well, definitely, I'd say probably from when I was a teenager until I was 25 years old. I drank with the intention to get drunk. I'm not drinking to drink. I'm drinking to fucking get drunk, dude. And I think sometimes that carries over in my adult life where like now I just keep on fucking drinking.
Right.
But I definitely control myself a lot more. But yeah, it was like it was almost just like marijuana where it's just like I want to get high. Let me just fucking bong.
Right.
But now I learned like, yo, you don't need all of that.
Yeah.
You could, you don't need to do all that.
Slow that shit down.
Slow it on down. Enjoy the flavor.
Right.
Enjoy it because it's supposed to give you something. And you know what? I find out so crazy nowadays. I will have greater epiphanies, greater thoughts, more outside the box thinking off of half of a beer.
Yeah.
Than drinking 3 fucking.
Yeah,
pints.
but not on that. I was about to say like you hit that right on point. Right, like when I drink a beer slowly, I get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as opposed to just, down in it, I'm thirsty or I'm just trying to get ripped. You know what I mean? Like, I literally, like, when I take time to enjoy the beer, the taste, the flavor, the buzz slowly kicking in and, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost a better, feeling than like, I'm just trying.
There's been a few times, and let's just call it an epiphany buzz, just for
our
easiness.
references.
Yeah. When I catch the epiphany buzz, that is a better high than wait, hold on. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put that as like top 5 highs of all time.
Yeah.
Because you feel just so like you're onto something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like whenever I did mushrooms or psychedelics.
Shout out to shrooms.
Shout out.
Shroomsville, baby.
Yeehaw. Whenever I did like stuff like that, psychedelics, there would be multiple times during my trip where I'm like, if I could take this knowledge with me back into my sober world, I will be
fucking amazing.
Fucking amazing. A millionaire, a shaman,
right,
a fucking Yoda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like sipping on that beer, getting on that buzz epiphany drunk, is
you feel that
hands down amazing.
And that, I mean, and that goes into like tying down. Okay, well, when you think about people, like, why do people drink? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
especially like artists. Or like the day-to-day workers.
Or just even the day-to-day worker. I mean, because come on now, like even me myself personally, having a hard day at work, a hard 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever the case may be, whatever job you're in, like a grown man is gonna want to have a cold one. You know what I mean? No matter which you go, you know what I
Keep
mean?
it a Dowie Wowie.
Like, let's be real. A motherfucker wants a cold one, even if it's just one. Even if it's one, I want that cold 24-ounce, whatever it is, and you know,
every cold sip you take melts the stress away. It's insane.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now don't get me wrong. It's not a cure-all.
Yeah,
You
no, we're
you
not
come
gonna
home.
say that.
You coming home on a stress level 8. It may bring you down to a 5.
Yeah,
4.
Right. We
You
don't
know?
say it cures, right?
Something that you could still, hold on to, not be so stressed out about, not stewing on it. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Let it go a little bit.
Right.
And no beer. I would say this with most things, right? If you do the right quantity, it's great.
Right.
If you do too much,
Right.
it's not great.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation,
Everything in moderation.
except for pussy. Now,
And weed.
hey, we're gonna start the weed review before the next review. So we're gonna
Okay,
want to
we
do
wanna-
the reviews on 3 phases. We got our beer review.
Right.
That we want to give you guys a good beer review. That way, when your weekend's coming on up, you're like, you know what? I heard something like this. I'm going to the
Right,
river.
right,
I'm going to
right.
a party.
A party.
I'm
right.
gonna stay at
I
home.
guess.
I'm gonna just relax.
Whatever. Right.
I've got a
exactly.
movie night.
You want beers?
You want beers?
Boom.
We got a good recommendation. Now, if you need another recommendation, we can give that too.
Jay's up.
We can give that
Yes,
too.
sir.
Now, when I was younger,
Okay.
I only fucked with sativas.
To be so honest, because that's what really was all around.
Okay,
A lot of sativa.
makes sense. Hey,
See
it
what
makes
I'm
sense.
saying? Like, let's be real. Yeah.
It makes sense. Like check this one out. When I was growing on up, and I was born in 1987, so I went to high school from 99 to 2004, right? Somewhere in that
somewhere
fucking
around
range,
Yeah.
right? So there was the 3 major strains was Sour Diesel,
Yeah.
Trainwreck, and Granddaddy Purple.
Right.
Now, where they're like Afgoo,
All that extra shit. Yeah.
Bubba Kush,
So I'll fall in. Yeah. In the
all that stuff. But I would say like those 3 you could regularly get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
hey, don't get me wrong, Alaskan Thunderfuck, all that stuff was out there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
But just the
Columbia
primary
Gold,
3 was
all
the
that.
Trainwreck, the Sour Diesel, and the Granddaddy Purple. Now, obviously, the 2 are sativa. The Granddaddy's more indica
It's
hybrid.
indica, yeah. It's actually 100%.
Oh, it is 100%.
Yeah, the GDP itself, Granddaddy Purple, is actually 100%.
And do you remember the craze or that little phase when Granddaddy Purple got so big, everybody was like trying to do everything to turn their weed purple?
Yeah. Like
You know what I'm saying?
there's still methods now. I mean, of course, if you're a weed grower, the method to do that, of course, is
Drop
to
the
keep
temp.
drop the temp, keep the root, the temperature at a low. You know what I mean? Make sure that root zone is below 50. and
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy
you'll
is-
change.
Like if you think about the Emerald Triangle, and if y'all aren't familiar
Yeah.
with it, Google it. It's worth your time.
Humboldt,
Hey,
Shout out.
Mendocino.
Chico, Mendocino.
But you got to figure like up there, especially like during harvest season. Like what would you say is the prime target harvest season? The August, September range.
Well, see, that depends. On I would say honestly, the optimum range as far as people harvesting would be anywhere between cutting in August. You know what I mean? Somewhere towards the middle of September, if not late October, depending on what strain you're growing.
And also, I feel, and I only grow just a few plants, like maybe 4 plants,
Right.
if that.
Right.
Like me and my neighbor, we grow 6 plants. He grows 2. I grow 4.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm going to say this: every year, though, it seems like I'm harvesting earlier and earlier.
Yeah, that's
And it also seems like I'm almost planting earlier and earlier too.
well, yeah, that time, the weather's changing, times is changing. You know what I mean? You have to pay attention to that. That's a big thing right there. And
Yeah, but it's also all relative. It's all
yeah,
relative.
it's all right.
Shout out to
exactly.
the procession of equinoxes. I
Yeah,
think that
part.
once we entered in the age of Aquarius, I think that had a big to do with kind of like how our agriculture is forming. But go back to the whole marijuana thing. So what we're smoking on right here
What's that?
from Terracotta Farms, it is a sativa, and it's a sour diesel. So I went up to the club, and they got a whole fucking they probably had 50 different strains. And like I said, when I was younger, I loved sativa because I had shit to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure.
And it gives you that energy.
Yeah.
It gives you that energy.
I had, you know, I lived in the peninsula of the Bay Area. I'd have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to take like the 6 a.m. train to San Francisco to go to school, take the train back, skateboard to work, and work until like 10 o'clock.
I used to board.
Yeah.
That's the first, I mean, that was like the first wheels I started on. I used to skateboard when I was like younger, you know, like it's like 6 through 10.
Okay.
Yeah. You know,
First of all, it's a good mode. It's a good mode of transportation. It's also it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
just fun.
I mean, and even to this day, that's why I still ride bikes, scooters, mopeds, gas, bikes, motorized bikes. Like I still ride this stuff today because not only is it fun, you know, you can interact with people that also do the same thing. Yeah, exactly.
The culture's pretty cool.
And not only that, like I was actually thinking, like I wanted to start something as far as you know, something for the youth. You know what I mean? To like really connect. You know what I mean? Maybe like a bike community where the kids can, you know, kind of come online and kind of, you know, maybe post their bikes, or, you know, and kind of interact with people that's probably close to them in their neighborhood where they can go riding together.
Yeah.
You know, some have like little ride meets or something like that. You know, but all for the youth. You know, like, you know, we think about the kids first.
Have to.
See what I'm saying?
That's the future.
Yeah, the kids come first before anybody. You know,
the kids will be here longer than
way
we are.
longer than we will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We gonna
hope so.
We the dinosaurs of the, you know what I'm saying, of the world today. You know, the youth is what matter, and we as adults or just individuals who have kids dedicate our life to being a servant to children.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Which I think is extremely rewarding.
Yeah.
Very, very rewarding.
God to bless, you know.
Shout out. So, like I was saying before, right? I loved sativa when I was younger.
Yeah.
Now, I would say starting about 2 years ago.
Hybrid motherfucker.
Indica, dude.
Indica?
Yeah. To be honest, like now the sativa gets me wound the fuck up.
Yeah, honestly, I've always been an indica person. Like anybody,
sativa almost gets me like geeked nowadays.
Anybody tell you like indica's always been my go-to. Mm-hmm. Like anybody tell you like what I want.
Hit me with your top 2 strains.
Oh, it's got to be cookies, man. Of course, man. You know what I mean. The one more on the indica side. You know, you got the hybrids, but the one more on the indica side. And I'm not gonna lie, like GDP is honestly one of my favorite things. I actually been growing Purple Kush for quite some time now, for a few years now. You know, and that's Purple Kush. I want the GDP, the Ken's cut, but yeah, like the 100. Well, anything that's more pure, you know what I'm saying? GDP is 100% indica. See, you know, when you're dealing with hybrids, you're talking about like a hybrid. There's always something that's mixed. That's what a hybrid means. Whether it's 95%, whether, you know what I'm saying? GDP is 100% indica. So you getting 100% medicinal value of an indica. And you know, same way that I like the sativas.
Okay, do you have a number one all-time strain? Because I have a number one, hands down. There's no competition in my memory.
Yeah, no, it's too much weed competition.
Too much weed.
Yeah, for
my
me,
number one.
What would you say?
DJ Short's Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Fuck, dude.
Every time you go back.
DJ
I love it though.
Short's
I love
Blueberry.
Blueberry. I love that. I love DJ Short's Blueberry. Like
that shit is fucking like that was the first time it tasted like blueberry. You know, like I was like, it tastes like a blueberry fucking muffin,
like
dude.
Literally.
It was like it was crazy, literally. and I'll say this too, because it's an indica hybrid. I first got a hold of it when I was probably 21 years old, from a cannabis store in the Bay Area, and what I will remember about the weed was so good I bought an eighth. I went back, I bought fucking a quarter pound. That's how good the fucking weed was. Because I was a butcher at the time. I was in a union, Local 101. Shout out to you unions out there, you union workers out there.
Union.
Hey, it was the perfect weed for me because I could get high. I mean, like I felt high, but I was 100% in control.
Right.
I wasn't what? Or I'm making stupid mistakes. I was in the zone. I was working. It was literally the best of both sativa and indica worlds.
Yeah.
I had the energy of sativa, but but I had the consciousness of indica
In
and
your
like the
body,
chillness of indica.
Right.
But like I said, I was like, I'm down to fucking work 12 hours though.
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
You had that energy, yeah. I go, yeah, and you know, and that's the good thing about hybrids because you do kind of get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You know, especially when, like I say, you going to work, you know, or just being social, whatever the case may be, you know, because we all know sativa, of course, gives you that energy rest that you need, almost like your coffee in the morning.
Yep.
And then indica gives you that nighttime rest, like you need, you know, if you was taking some cold medicine, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? That's up. So you know, just the fact, just to have that variety in the world is a good thing. You know, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Hey,
you know, but I would go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what I've honestly appreciated about the whole marijuana, let's just say culture or industry, because obviously as this man who has vast knowledge of the marijuana, right?
I grow.
For the past 20 years, I've been around marijuana for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like my dad has smoked
plenty of J's.
My wife will tell you, my dad is the biggest pothead of all time.
Right.
I honestly think every other breath he takes is like a hit of marijuana.
That part. Ooh, that's me all the way.
It's crazy. Like this dude will take a dab pen right here, a full fucking dab pen, and take 20 rips in a row while I'm like on the way to like go pick up dinner. Just going tough,
right?
And act 100% normal.
Yeah, it's just
right.
Yeah.
So I've been around this. So what I can say that to all say is, I am crazily astounded, ecstatically surprised how far our marijuana laws have come in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
It literally came from 20 years ago that kids were getting arrested for fucking eighths.
Man.
And now it is completely recreational in several states.
Right.
And federally, that's just coming down sooner or later.
Right, and which it should have been a lot sooner. Shout out to the Rise. But yeah, you know, we eventually, of course, moving, you know, to the point where, you know, everybody's realizing like marijuana isn't as harmful as people portray it to be. You know what I mean? I mean, come on now. I mean,
the propaganda game was real.
Yeah. Like, come on now. Everything that surrounds marijuana being bad, this, bad, that, you know, like, come on now, let's be real. No, tobacco's bad.
Careful. You know, they're gonna cut us off the air if you say shit like that.
Oh man, well, fuck it. You know, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Hey, that's the truth. That's the truth that you're gonna get.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. That's a write up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lawsuit, dude.
Right. Right. You know.
Hey, but to talk about like marijuana propaganda, you know, maybe episode 2 we'll have special guest on Adakari, my wife, on. But she will tell you that when she first came to America, and you know, I didn't tell her I smoked because she was fully consumed by her government's propaganda that marijuana is evil, it's bad, it makes you a loser, it makes you a horrible person, it makes you do horrible things. It's almost just like reefer madness, just like, oh, you're gonna go, like, you smoke this, black men are gonna rape your white women, type of bullshit. You're just like, what the fuck? First of all, they got the best weed.
That part.
You know, like, I'm trying to hang out with that.
Shout out to the Rise and Ja. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to just say this. Like, this specific brand, this is just normal weed. This isn't good.
Right.
I mean, well, I'm gonna put this as like a 4. Like, I'm smoking this.
Right.
Remember when Mr. Lomac, Uncle Lomac came on by, and I brought out that joint, that wedding cake, where we got so high, we're like, I don't know if I can finish this fucking joint.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. This fool had some shit. Fucking, we was high as shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I didn't even want to smoke no more. Like, we had another joint. I'm like,
oh yeah. He was trying to rope a backwood. Hassan came over. Like, you know, other people were coming over. I'm just like,
we high as shit. Man.
I gotta get this barbecue going.
We was high. That was
off of one wedding cake. Shout out to wedding cake. That was a good one.
That was But see, it's not that. It's like, who grows it? See what I'm saying? Because
what's behind it?
Yeah, 2 growers can grow the same strand, but that don't mean it's gonna come out the same.
100%.
See what I'm saying? Because you know, there's a whole lot of processes that go through it.
First and foremost, like, there's
you
want and we will be doing a marijuana growers special Truth Nut podcast where we will be breaking down sun cycles, moon cycles, soil, pH, teas, nutrients, strains and genetics.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Harvesting days that apply to those genetics, like an AK-47. comes out a lot quicker than anything else.
Well,
you know
it
what I'm saying?
depends. Yeah, because that AK-47 has been crossed with the ruderalis. If I'm not mistaken, that AK-47, so it harvests in about 45 days, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
but we will be going
we'll be
into
doing-
depth about
Mhm.
and you know what? I hope also too maybe that time we'll pull out a few more. I think we may do. I know 420 has already passed, but we will do something where it's just a podcast directly related just to marijuana, where we could do several reviews, talk about growing.
Different-
We could maybe even bring in
yeah.
a clone to show you some
yeah.
visuals.
Right.
Some, you know, and so that way you can maybe identify the sex of a plant if you're growing by seed. So a lot of cool
Right.
things to come out in the future. So always,
Yeah.
hey,
Stay
hit that
tuned in.
subscribe button, hit the like button,
Right.
hit the notifications,
Mhm.
so that way you know when the truth nugget gets dropped, you're the first miner to pick out that truth nugget. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hey, you know what? And I'm gonna say this, man.
Say it.
because a lot of people really don't. I've noticed. Don't be afraid to hit the dislike button either.
Shout out. Hey,
You
shout
know what
out.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
on
Yep.
like on some real stuff. Like don't be. You know what I mean? Like.
And that doesn't mean you're a hater.
Yeah.
Does not mean
you know
you're a
what I
hater.
mean? Whether you like the content or dislike, we want to see all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because maybe it's something that we can do to improve.
We're
what
human
it
beings
is.
too.
Yeah,
We're human beings.
exactly. We make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's somewhere that we can improve to possibly make you like us, as opposed to dislike us. You know, so we would like to hear all comments, all opinions and views and facts and things that you feel like we should hear, and we won't be how can I say, blind to the knowledge that you want to give us. So, yeah, we are very open-minded.
And thankful for everybody. You
Mm.
know, very very thankful for everybody.
Yeah.
So that comes back to the last part of our review section, the spirit section. And I got us a bottle of mezcal. Shout out to the Oaxaca brand. I had the
What you had? That was the other brand that you
was.
had the other day, huh?
yeah. No, so
No,
what was on our first teaser episode, we
Yeah.
did the Tequila Ocho
That was the one,
Reposado, right?
huh? That was hella smooth, right?
Right, the one that was
that's-
hella smooth.
yeah.
But if you remember, the day before this was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, but
Okay.
before me and Anna went up to Lake Tahoe, you came on by, and I had the Madre version of the Oaxaca,
Right.
which was a mezcal, which was
Yeah.
smoky, and that was
Yeah.
also very smooth as well. Too.
Yeah, that was smooth. Yeah, even though.
So that's typically $100 bottle, and so like we had talked about before, with tequila, it mainly comes from the blue agave succulent.
Shout out.
You know, and you know what? Like the whole distillation process is extremely interesting. Like if you go on YouTube, there's plenty of videos, and maybe I'll even hit up a few links in our description box so
Yeah.
that way you can check it on out. But it's
Right.
really really awesome. Mezcal is a similar version where it's a varietal of succulents. Right there, I think the total list is something like 26 to 32 different varietals of succulents that you can use. And blue agave is a succulent. But one of the bigger different processes from mezcal than to tequila is tequila is only blue agave, nothing else.
Right.
And that's why be careful about Jose Cuervo and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
they may not use 100% blue
But
agave.
100%.
Let me put it this way: those that use 100% blue agave will advertise it uses 100% blue agave.
Yeah, I see that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what's
It'll
what's
say it
gonna
on
tell
the
you.
bottle down there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
otherwise they're gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Right, for bullshit like that. But with the mezcal, they typically burn all the succulents before they. So the whole process is before they take the stone, and there's a specific, Hispanic term to describe it.
Right,
But it's typically it's a horse drawn, stone wheel, and the horse goes in a circle, and the stone wheel and the horse pulls the stone wheel. Then the stone
Right.
wheel crushes the succulents behind it, right? Because it's a hard fucking cacti fucking plant.
Right.
And then they, for mezcal, they'll put kind of like the old school where they put the sand on it or the dirt on it and then they burn it, which gives it that smoky flavor.
Right,
and then they distill it. Where tequila just goes right into the distillation process. They don't burn it. So I think personally for me, if you actually think about the history and the shamanist part of the spirit, sometimes burning something releases spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason why Buddhists cremate their dead. Because when you burn something, it releases the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, just go back to the name of spirits. Whether it's whiskey, you're gonna feel a whiskey spirit flowing through you.
That part.
If it's beer, cider, or whatever. But yeah,
I'm in my body, but out my body. You know what I'm saying?
Or in somebody's
Who's
face.
in my body? I don't know. It's somebody. Shout out.
But it just goes all back to shout out to the primordial energy that combines us all.
Right, exactly.
That there's something flowing all through us.
Exactly. The connections of spirits and the one love we all have.
Yeah. Also, a cool little bottle for artwork. Nice little colorful bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy. It's nice.
It's whatever. I always appreciate how it says organic. Let me just tell you this right now. If it is a succulent, it's guaranteed to be organic.
It should be.
It's grown in the desert and it has no known pests. It has no known animals aren't eating it and shit like that. There's no mold or fungus that grows on succulents.
Cacti.
So that and like I told you before, tequila is my favorite spirit out of all. One, the flavor is interesting. And two, kind of going back to the drunk of a beer off of half a beer and getting an epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
I think the tequila drunk is a better drunk than whiskey drunk. I think whiskey drunk you get either tired really quick,
or
you know what I'm saying, or you want to mouth off a little bit more, a little bit more aggressive. I think tequila for me,
it's just mellow, smooth.
Yeah. I feel like I got the power of the sun that's been baking in all them fucking succulents for 10 to 12 years.
Right.
I'm drinking that solar energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Energies. I mean, shout out to energies, man. Spirit and energy.
Cheers. Still pretty smooth.
It is.
Smoky on the back end, like when you breathe a few times.
Ooh, smoky.
Off the tongue, off the palate, when you breathe out.
Smoky on the back end for sure.
Because typically you breathe in through your nose.
Yeah.
Right? You take that shot, you breathe in through your nose. So you have a clean, fresh breath air.
Yeah.
You take the shot, and when you breathe out.
But
it's not the fire. It's not fire in the belly. I was about to say, it's not as smoky as you would think. Like you say, fiery, smoky, overwhelming. No, it's like a soft touch of smoky, just enough to flavor your tongue. You know what I mean? It's literally
linger a little bit.
Anybody that smokes, whether it's cloves or vaping or cigarettes or marijuana, this is a very familiar, good smoky feeling.
Right, exactly.
Right. After maybe
I can do another one of these right now.
I don't see a reason why we shouldn't.
Well, fuck it, man. Might as well.
And also too, I also just want to point out when we do our reviews here, we're reviewing this. That means no lime, no salt.
Yeah, we're straight up, man.
No fucking chaser.
We don't do no chaser.
No ice in it. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up, man.
We want to review what the fuck is in the fucking
all
bottle.
Organic, man. We don't care if we get fucked up around here.
Come on now.
Still make it on.
Yeah. Hey, that's just It's almost like a fucking a relationship. It's where it's when you're smoking and then you get mezcal, you're just like. You know what it is? It's almost like when you see rich motherfuckers hanging on out, smoking a cigar, sipping on a fucking 20-year-old whiskey.
Yeah.
Now I understand why.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's fucking good.
Fucking amazing, man. You know how you just chilling and you got your nice little blunt and some nice little dro that you had, and it's a selfie. Ain't nobody around. You just. You by yourself.
To the face.
You got a nice little bottle with you or some $100 yak or something or whatever you're drinking.
Nothing else to do for the whole rest of the night.
Oh my God, man. Ain't no kids around. Ain't nobody. Nigga phone on silent. Oh my God. Wait.
You just treated yourself.
Music. Oh my goodness.
You just treated yourself.
That'd be some of the best times.
Hey, and you know what? Let me just tell you this right now to the audience. If you don't treat yourself, nobody else will.
Nobody will.
You gotta take care of yourself, man. And
it's okay to enjoy yourself every now and again. You know what I mean? Because you have to. You only got one life to live, and ain't no telling when you end it.
And you don't want to get burnt out.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to get burnt out. And I know. For me, I'm in a very, very fortunate situation. I know, you got your life going on, but I know a lot of people are struggling out there. a lot of people are struggling
Yeah.
for whatever reason. You know,
Yeah.
whether your personal relationship with your partner ain't right,
Yeah.
your bills ain't right,
Yeah, money.
family ain't right.
Yeah.
You got a whole bunch of pressure on you. You got a whole bunch of stress. You got debt. Maybe you got a whole bunch of things going on.
Yeah.
Your problems are still gonna be there.
Yeah, regardless.
You know what I'm saying?
You
If you
learn how
don't,
to smile through it. We'll probably say,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. Smile through it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody have troubles, you know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, like, struggle is what you make it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you ever think that you doing bad in life, just remember that it's somebody, if not multiple bodies, that's out there doing 10 times, if not 20 times, worse than you are, and wish they were in your position.
motherfuckers in prison for life right now. You know what I'm saying?
That part right there, that alone,
Yeah.
would make you appreciate your life on the outside,
Yep.
because there's somebody doing life.
Hey, and you know what?
And watch this here, it's probably somebody innocent doing life.
Proven all the time.
But that's a whole nother topic.
That's hold on. Save that truth nugget for the next episode, brother. Save this nugget, man. Hey, we're about to go hard on the fucking whole prison industrial complex. We're gonna go tippy top, and we're gonna pull out.
No way, it's crazy, right? Because I was actually talking to him about the podcast. Hold on, watch this.
Put him on.
Hello.
Hello, my brother. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
You know, living life. Take a little smoke break outside.
Oh, really? You smoking?
Oh man, I've been smoking since I joined the army.
What you smoking though?
I roll a bugler. I roll my tobacco.
Okay.
Classic.
That's
I
cool.
don't do cigarettes.
Hey,
That's
hey,
right.
shout out to that pale blue bag. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, brother. I just want to let you know I'm not live, but I am recording my first podcast. Kind of record content.
Yeah,
No.
when's that
Yeah,
happening?
right now as we're speaking.
Oh, so
You own it, brother.
You are on it, brother. Yes, and I hope you don't mind because we already had talks, and I was just about to tell my co-host Dave that we were me and you had talks about you possibly coming in, and because
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean. I remember we had our talks about we talk about a lot of
Yeah.
things, and
We talk about a lot of things.
yeah,
indeed.
and we
yeah,
just
and I have my spiritual connections.
Right.
Communicate with me from the other side.
Right, exactly. So I was saying all that, because yeah, I want you to be kind of like a kind of a constant,
visitor.
constant. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I mean, of course, I was gonna talk to Dave about that. And it's crazy that you call at this time. Life is crazy. You know what I mean?
That is
So,
crazy. I
it-
just walked out on
so-
a break and I was like, let me call my brother.
so
I haven't
that-
spoken
and
to
you
him
know
in a
what's so
while.
crazy because I was thinking about you this morning.
That's
Because
synchronicity.
yeah, exactly. Because
Divine timing right there.
right, because I was gonna call you and talk about me coming down there and stuff, in this July.
Which I'm still excited about.
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I already got the time off, everything.
Oh, you do?
It's
Okay.
legit. I'm coming.
Okay.
July, the third week of July, I'm going to Mount Shasta. If you wanted to go with me
Okay.
up to Mount Shasta, that's where I go because I meet with the native people there.
Right.
Who I've learned a lot of things over the past,
Right.
10 years.
Mhm.
And they teach me the old ways, the
Right.
ways of looking at life and things, which kind of line up with my spirit already.
Mhm.
Because I'm native on my dad's side,
Right.
and I have a lot of dreams and visions that connect with the prophecy of the rainbow prophecy in the Native Americans. Oftentimes when I tap into the Akashic records, I'm connected to the indigenous people of the planet.
Right.
So that's kind of been part of my spiritual path, so we'll be at Mount Shasta, which is the root chakra of the planet.
Right.
There's 7 major chakras,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
And so I've been going to the root chakra every year for the past 10 years.
Okay.
I missed a couple of years, but then my next trip, which I would like you to go with me, would be Peru to the second chakra. But if you down third weekend of July,
Okay.
that's when I'll be out there. I'm trying to make the boys come. We'll go up there and then we'll travel back across the country.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like a plan, man. Like I've been telling I need to get out of California for a bit.
Yeah,
You know what I
try a
mean?
little
And
something
just
else, a little something
yeah,
different.
you know what I mean?
I'm
Exactly. You
not
know what I
gonna
mean?
lie, I didn't know how much this experience would force me to grow. But when you step out of a place, in a way, it's like you leaving the nest. In a way, Sacramento's your city nest.
Yeah, right,
So when
right.
you leave that city nest and go somewhere else, the growth, that happens from the forced experience of not, having your old ways, old people, old things,
Mhm.
keeping you into a loop,
Yeah.
it really forces you a growth
Right.
being on, dealing with being with uncomfortable. You got to
Right.
get comfortable with being uncomfortable because that is where change is, and change is the beautiful gift given to us that allows us to grow.
Right.
So,
Right.
yes, sir.
So let me ask you, brother, how long have you been going to Mount Shasta, and what does it mean to you to be more in tune to your spirit?
Oh man. Well, I've been going to Mount Shasta since I went to massage school back in 2013, but 2014 was the first time that I had went. And I look back at that time and I could tell you, man, it's one of those things where you think you know something, but then you go to a place where they've been doing this tradition for hundreds of thousands of years. And it's like, I look at that time versus all the other times I go back, and it's like, oh man, it has changed me and it's connected me with so much more because there's so much that we don't see. When you're first there, you hear the spiritual chief talking about mermaids and Bigfoot and aliens and you're like, oh, this is what the natives. Okay, and it's a little out there, and you kind of have your hesitations about it.
Right.
But then, as I've been on this journey, when I say that I've been in contact with a Pleiadian, I've been given visions and dreams of the future. I've predicted events in the world. I've spoken about them, and then they've happened. And the thing is, that's actually happened my whole life, but I was unaware of its occurrence and its significance until I had gone to Mount Shasta, met spiritual chief Olivia, and she just passed this past fall.
Oh yeah.
And this past couple of 2 years, she kind of reached out to me and she was all like, you came up on my radar. And now I'm a little more mature in my gifts and things. I know what she mean. In other words, in her intuition, something told her she needed to speak with me.
Yeah.
And in that 2 years, she was able to help me realize my experiences and help me to understand that the way I'm experiencing this life is a gift. Because sometimes it's scary. The things I see, the stuff that happens, lights flickering, spirits, things, it can be overwhelming. But to the natives, that means I was gifted. And when I was a child, if I were living in their tribe, I would have been trained from a very young age.
Wow.
But because that, didn't happen, I had to go this roundabout way. The universe had to reach out. Remember I used to talk about the numbers, synchronicity, all of this stuff, strange stuff keeps happening to me. And it's because it's a calling. It's a calling upon my life. I basically, our family is a tribe. Right? Your family is your tribe. And I was born to be the shaman of our tribe.
Ooh.
That's also why I'm a gay man. That's another significant thing that a lot of people don't know. But shamans were often gay men or lesbian women because their ability to balance both genders into the singularity of one person. So we're gifted with special insight, which is why we're oftentimes very old souls and very smart and very, we just do things different compared to the norm, of the hetero culture and things like that. It's basically said if a two-spirit does something extraordinary, it's not extraordinary because it's expected. And these are the things that I've been learning. And me, everything I touch, some reason, it's just, I'm not gonna lie, one can say that I'm lucky, one can say I feel like, I just been guided. And the whole time, the spirits communicate with me. And it's my path in this life to communicate back and learn how to use that and use my wisdom and my intuitive insights, my premonitions and my spirit communications. And what it is what she said to me. She said, when you have these visions, she says it's like a screen that pops up and it flashes images. I say, yeah, oh man, that made my heart jump. for somebody older than me to know what I'm experiencing better than me. That was the first time anyone has ever been able to go, here's some wisdom, because in my life, I went through this, and when you get these visions or these flashes, one, talk to the creator about it. And then two, it's so that you act accordingly, because you are a pivotal, your choices affect more people than just yourself. And you have a very short rope, and you're called to do more. So therefore, you have a short rope. You can't deviate too far left or right in your morality, and you have to make sure you're paying attention, because I basically came here with a spiritual mission to help heal trauma, heal the ancestral line, and help build our family into something of greatness.
Wow. So much to unpack there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, look at our life. We were 8 kids born of a single parent with no family, no You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about it. It's a broken line. Of course we would be born here to what? Heal it, fix it, correct it.
Right.
Because there was a lot of darkness on this planet, and there's a lot of light workers all over the world being born to do just that. You want to save the world, you go home and you love your family.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm glad I called. This was divine timing, but I do have to get back to work.
I hear you, brother.
I love you, brother. I'm happy that you're making these good steps. Stay positive.
Yes, sir.
Peace and blessings to you always.
Yes, sir.
To all my relations throughout the cosmos, the universe, and on earth. Mitakewe oasin aho. Namaste, shalom, assalamu alaikum.
Shalom.
Peace be still.
Arise.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Ashe to the
I
ancestors.
say one love, you.
Aho to everyone, and amen to the great creator.
Amen. I love you, brother.
I love you. Bye.
All right.
Wow. Hey, give it up. Give it up to Jeremiah.
Word.
Dude, how do we even fucking top that?
Yeah.
Hey, hey, honestly, that gave me some chills.
Yeah.
That was pretty amazing. That was absolutely amazing stuff.
With that being said, for the most part, and as you can see, he's more intelligent than most.
For reals.
See what I'm saying? Like, and that's my little brother. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, we have these conversations almost on the regular. Like I said.
Let me just hit you with one of his quotes that I wrote down that hit me really fucking hard.
Yeah.
If you want to save the world, you gotta love the world.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Yeah.
If you take a minute later on tonight, when you are in the shower, when you're in bed, and if you just think to yourself, if you want to save the world, you gotta love the world.
Right.
What does that mean? And what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, really?
That, and that is a very good question, Dave, because I see a lot of people caught up within their own selves, in their own self. How can I say? Gains. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Selfish.
So many people are focused on what can I buy that's fancy and high class and stuff, instead of saying, well, how can I plant an apple tree that will possibly be here for years to come to feed the people in the generations to come?
Hey,
see what I'm saying? Like, what's more important? That Porsche or that seed and soil and time that you invest in growing that seed?
First of all, is it a 911 Porsche or like it's?
Well, it doesn't matter what Porsche it is. The fact of the matter is, we don't necessarily need cars to travel. That's what our legs is for.
That's what horses are for. Fuck that bullshit.
Horses. Some people ride hyenas. Shit.
Hey, go out here. There's actually a ranch out here in Northern California that got zebras that you can ride.
Yeah, I was just about to say you can jump on a zebra. Some people then rode goats. Some people then rode donkeys.
Wise family. Wise family. Yaks.
Come on now.
Shout out to the.
Some people ride the elephant. Some people ride the giraffe. Some people, what I'm saying, if you can get up there.
Hey.
But I say all
First of all, would you ever ride an elephant?
Of course.
If you were presented the opportunity,
yeah, for sure.
Like you go to Africa, they're like, yo, we're gonna go from.
Man, But you know, I would first have to connect with the elephant.
Okay,
I don't think
fair enough.
I wouldn't want to like jump on it as far as like, oh, this is a ride. Oh, you can come right. You know, that's like
You want to develop a
that
social
part.
relationship. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
With a
because
big ass fucking beast.
because that goes into the part of spirituality. Okay, but even then, right? When you watch movies such as, I don't know if you've seen the movie 10,000 BC.
No.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about though. I have
But-
not seen the movie. I've seen the trailer.
All right, you know what I mean.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying. Just as far as the connection that we speak about, that we honestly don't have because we're more connected to technology.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Than we are to nature. And if you think about nature, first of all, nature feeds us,
What?
heals us,
What?
clothes us,
What?
take care of us. Come
What?
on now. What water? What?
Yo, but I will say technology gives us porn.
I mean, come on now. We can do without.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Yo,
We
connect
can do
with
without. We can do without. It helps some. It helps some, I guess. You
No,
know,
that was-
I've stroked
first of
my
all,
chicken a
just
few times.
It was just a joke.
That's
it was
cool.
just a joke.
You know, porn
just-
is okay for you know.
You know,
You might need to stroke one out. You know, your girl ain't. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's honestly true. Watch this here. It's actually
form of mind
safe
control.
sex. No, not mind control. It's actually safe sex.
Okay.
Cause watch this here, right?
Okay.
Would you rather go spend your money going to go deal with a hooker, or would you rather just?
Oh fuck!
You see what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, I'm
think about
fucking
it.
that hooker. Oh,
I mean,
no, I'm just kidding.
like be real, like like what comes with fucking a hooker.
Oh, first of all, I'm gonna tell you this right
you
now.
can possibly be robbed. You can possibly
Yeah.
catch a disease. You can.
I would
possibly-
never
like,
in
come
my
on, let's be
life.
real. Let's
First
be
of-
real right now.
I like. Don't get me wrong.
Like, I
I've
don't
done
stroke my
some.
shit. It's
You know,
not- you know.
I've like you
It's not
know
that serious.
been in jail a few times. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
come on now.
I would never fuck a hooker.
Yeah, come
You know,
on,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like there's just
Okay. There's
just-
too much pussy out there. First and foremost.
yeah. Also, too, you know what's for me? Going back to the whole entire thing, like I need to connect with that person. To be honest with
Yeah,
you,
right.
and just like the whole you know what's so crazy is like a lot of people that have fucked hookers and my white boy friends that yada yada yada. They're like, yo man, it's no different than you going to a bar, buying a girl a few drinks and fucking her. You didn't make that. It's like, yeah, you did actually make that connection. You had a room full of people. And you found a connection that with somebody, and you're like, hey, I want to develop this connection. Hey, let's get
Right.
loosey goosey.
You talk,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Have
Blah,
a
blah,
few
blah.
conversations.
Right.
You know somewhat about her. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. If you show up to a bar and a girl's already blacked out, drunk, and you take her back, like you know what that's called? It's called fucking rape.
Right.
You know what I'm
True.
saying? Like, no. So straight up, making a transaction
Yeah.
for busting a nut is where I draw the line.
Consensual.
Yo, shout out to the real C word that most dudes are afraid to say. You know what I'm saying?
But back on not to drift too far, but my brother, you know what I mean?
Damn, we're gonna go all the way back there. Hey, no. Oh, also too, you know what else would be dope is obviously third week of July is coming on, and for sure we're hooking on up with him. Even like if we have to drop Jeremiah,
Oh yeah.
even if we have to like meet up with him, like if he can't stop in Sacramento or whatever, like we're gonna meet on up. We're gonna have a good time. But,
Yeah, no, he's a good dude.
But
know what I
we
mean?
could have like a little 5-minute segment where it's Jeremiah's old soul segment.
Yeah, and
Call-ins,
right, and
FaceTimes.
right. And it's crazy, right? Because I like I said, I was talking about,
Yeah.
that's why he knew, you know what I mean. So, I mean, I talked to him, and we have these talks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Like, whether you know or not, and whether people see it or not, he actually credits a lot of what he knows and a lot of experiences that was just kind of like, that I kind of helped him through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like being his older brother and, me experiencing things, not sort of the same thing, but, on the level to where I had a better connection and understanding with him than my mother, than and possibly even my brother, my older brother, which was hardly around, But, and me and him just had, we seen a lot. We grew up together, of course, it's my little brother. And, I love him to death. And, all that, first of all, he ain't no flamboyant, all the out there. You wouldn't even know he was, his, what his sexual preference is if you seen him. You wouldn't even know. So I'm saying, but that don't even matter because the intellectual and things that you can learn from him profits way more than what sexual orientation that he chooses to do behind closed doors or with whoever he's with. You know what I'm saying? In this day and
First of all,
era,
everybody's got to live their life.
yeah, period.
That is your
See what
life
I'm
to
saying?
live. Like,
and first and foremost, you know, and he ain't soft. You know what I'm saying? He been in the army. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that part. You know what I'm saying? So try him if you want to. You know what I'm saying? And he got brothers, a whole lot of them, and cousins, big family. That, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it ain't, you know what I'm saying? So, and we choose not to take it there, but believe me, we don't want anybody to be harmed or touched on either side.
shout
You know
out.
what I mean? So
Shout out to a good
know.
family.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like you said, you know, we had hardships, you know what I mean? Single mother, you know, she has about 8 kids now, I think. Yeah, about 8. You know what I mean? You know, the first 3 was us 3. You know, my older brother and my little brother. I'm the middle child, you know, and we all 2 years apart, you know what I'm saying? The beginning of 89, to me 91, to him 93. You know, but I was like the older brother because my brother was never around because in and out of juvenile hall, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he locked up now, you know what I'm saying? And speaking of that, you know, remember we was talking about the, you know, getting caught in California with a fully loaded gun and stuff like that. He got caught with a fully loaded gun.
There you go.
See what I'm saying? You know, and so now he doing, you know, 4 years, you know what I'm saying, with a, you know, or 2 with a double up because he got a strike. See what I'm saying? So, you know, they not playing out here, you know what I mean? But I feel like, honest to truth, you know, you should be able to bear arms and protect yourself at any time, no matter if you're a felon or not. You know, they need to honestly, you know,
First
look
of all,
into that.
like
you know.
if the state is willing to let you out of prison, that means they believe you have been corrected or you know, rehabilitated.
Rehabilitation.
You know what
yeah,
you know what that
but
means?
We know what it is.
That means you should get your fucking life back.
Yeah, exactly.
To the fullest.
All your rights.
That's not that's not like you make one mistake in your life and the rest of it, even if you learn better, even if you become an advocate and you teach people never to do that again.
Right.
Come on, man. If America is truly the land of second, third, fourth chances, now don't get me wrong. You know, you do something.
We know what it is. That may be for you, but once we get caught one time, they don't want no gun in our hands. Period. Anyway. We'd be surprised if we make it to not to be a felon and be able to carry one. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because we the ones getting most shot. We need to be able to protect ourselves. But because we, like you said, we had a felon. And some of us made a mistake when we was 18, youngin'. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, single mother, all these type of things, whatever the case may be. Not trying to use every excuse, but there are some there that played a part. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, I say like, come on now, what? I can't bear arms now. I can't even carry a pocket knife only certain inches. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Just based on, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. So I gotta depend on my hands. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm nice with them. I gotta be able to.
And also,
you know what I mean?
let's not dispute the fact. If you were to be caught up in some type of confrontation,
right?
You defended yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, 100% defended yourself. The other guy had a knife.
Yeah.
You took a brick and had to hit this guy.
Broke his jaw.
When the cops come and run both you guys' IDs and he doesn't have a record and you do.
Oh yeah. It's gonna look.
Who are they handcuffing first?
Oh yeah, of course.
Probably actually both, but you know what I'm saying.
Well,
like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. If they got witnesses and they got, you know, cops is trying to play it a little cleaner now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I see cops trying to clean up. They act in a lot of departments. You know, I mean, it's still a few errors and things happening, but there are cops. You know what I mean? It was just a video that not too long ago where a cop actually stopped another cop from beating on another woman that was just talking mess. You know what I'm saying? Already cuffed and everything. You know what I mean? Because his pride and ego and all these kind of things or whatever, how he was feeling that day, he decided to take it out on her, a woman that's already cuffed. First of all, she a woman. She already cuffed, and that's your job not to even do it. You know, once she cuffed it, that's your... You know, it's your duty and the law for you to the safety of her. See what I'm saying? But if you the one beating on her, nigga, of course it's gonna be an outrage and people want to outlandish and you wonder why people have this kind of hatred towards police.
So,
you dig what I'm talking about?
So once again, it goes back to better training,
better
repercussions if they step out of line.
Yeah, of course, repercussion has to be okay. Pensions, we talking about their money now. See what I'm saying? So let's start attacking their wallet. Okay, let's see how they feel on that. Okay, if not that, okay.
Hey, you already know how the game goes if you start going that route.
Well, maybe these guys need to focus on a little bit more non-lethal tactics than just the lethal tactic. Why is it always the lethal tactic over the non-lethal tactics? See what I'm saying? They say, okay, you can't shoot hands, arms, and knees or whatever, or no warning shots or this or whatever the case may be. Okay, you got
but
you
you're
got
saying
rubber bullets.
Yeah, so you're
you
just saying
got
non-lethal
sandbags.
weapons. So you're just saying
Yeah.
start using non-lethal weapons such as tasers.
Not only that, okay,
pepper
watch this
spray.
here. Watch this here. Making non-lethal weapons.
Oh, okay.
Let's get deeper. Watch this
Well,
here.
why aren't we doing that?
Let's get deeper. Why do we have weapons that have this type of power? Because they're being produced and manufactured. By whom?
Well, somebody is, and there has to be. Well, and you know what? I will say this though. I will say this. So we had just talked about owning a gun to protect your family.
Right.
Is a good thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Now, should a police officer also have a gun to protect himself going into dangerous situations?
Of course. I'm not denying that.
Okay.
I'm not denying that. But it has it goes back to the training. How many times or in what scenarios should I use lethal force and should I use non-lethal force?
Okay.
So I'm saying these have to be gone over. So I'm saying even when you think that you have to use lethal force, you may not have to. You can actually use non-lethal force and still get the same job done.
Fair enough.
See what I'm saying? So
enough.
we have to understand that too, because like, come on now, like, okay, the girl that got shot for running up on the girl with the taser. I mean, running on the girl with the knife.
Yeah, in Ohio.
In Ohio, right?
Yeah.
So if the girl had probably been tasered, see what I'm saying? She probably would, it probably would have been a different scenario.
Yes.
But honest to truth, I'm on the side of honest truth. I don't truthfully don't think that cop was wrong.
Right.
Because the cop didn't know the whole scenario. The cop just showing up. The cop is, just doing his job, and he's seeing someone else life that can be potentially taken by what he sees in his visual.
Yeah.
He sees somebody is about to get, and his first reaction is, so, there are certain scenarios like that where it's like, okay, we can balance it out, but, see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I mean, it really does go back to it really does go back to what you're saying about the whole training about just, they have to, first of all, they have to be better equipped.
Yeah, of course, right.
The equipment has to be better.
Right.
Whether it's we develop new technology,
right,
or whether we improve about existing
right
tools.
Not only that, I'm gonna get a little bit more deeper than that. Cops should also be, how can I say, psych evaluated.
Yeah. Which
first and foremost.
Which I think they are. If not, they need to do a deeper job.
They need to do a deeper job.
Okay.
If they are, they need to do a better job.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Because think about it. Think about how many lunatics is joining up on the police force and then letting them go just to bust their gun. Let's be real.
Hey, yo.
Or just to, come on now.
To keep it a Thowie Wowie, when I was like 17, 18, getting out of high school or whatever like that, I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? If you really want to legally kill somebody, you could just join the army. True. If you really wanted to go out there and then that's what it hit me. Like, wait, hold on. All the stories you hear about, like those soldiers in Iraq or Vietnam, or all the stories like where they just like killing innocent people for no goddamn fucking reason. Then you're like, oh, so motherfuckers are doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you may kill a person defending yourself or defending your family.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you never know where life and death is going to happen. So I'm saying, so that's
you may kill somebody driving home and not see them.
So in the crosswalk. Yeah, you can be coming home from work. You never listen. Life and death is for certain. Feel me? But you don't know when it's gonna happen. You don't know when it's gonna occur. No. Come on now, let's be real. So, excuse me. So,
First of all, do you think this world would be better if individuals knew the exact day, not the time, but the exact day they were gonna die?
No. Be more chaos.
It would be more chaos. You think so?
Chaos. Yeah, but that's the good thing about mystery. See what I'm saying? Like,
and also too, it'd be crazy is like like let's just say people got fed on up and like started to change, like based upon that knowledge, they kill themselves or whatever like that. They don't know it would fuck somebody else's life and butterfly effect would get crazy.
It'd just be a whole lot. But see, that's why we're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
If we were supposed to know, God would have. Feel me?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like we would know.
Hey, that just shows you once again how smart humans are, and how stupid humans
that
are.
That part, dumb motherfuckers. I'm on the dumb side. You dumb motherfuckers. I'm on the 12%.
Hey.
The dummy here.
Hey. 88. And with that combined, we equal 100. Put it all on red. Well, I know that we've already been talking here for damn near
about
75 minutes.
About 75, yeah.
Hey, you know what's so crazy? Honestly, feels like we've just been talking.
And smoke, chill, and that was the whole thing we're trying to capture. Just that natural talking. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, we weren't gonna tackle some subjects and be pertaining just to that subject, but for the most part,
this was 100% off the script, off the dome.
Yeah, natural call. I didn't even call him today.
Yo,
like I said, I just thought about him. I thought literally when I left the house, I thought about my brother. I said I was gonna call him, but I didn't because I was going into a meeting this morning. So I didn't even call him, and then he wound up calling me.
This guy right here.
So it's a good thing, man. If you guys don't believe, man, hopefully we can make y'all believers. And not just our so-called. A lot of people like to mix and confuse opinion with truth. See what I'm saying?
Good point.
But that'll be a topic we'll probably touch on. You know what I mean? But for the most part,
first of all, how many topics do you think you have jotted down in your journal for us to talk about?
I got a lot, man. I got
Yeah, no, dude. I got 20,
I got like at least 20 topics now, but they all like just headline topics. We got subtopics underneath that just goes. You know what I mean? And the goal is just to try to dig as far as we can get to. You know what I'm saying? Because the rabbit hole only goes deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
So. For the most part, like I said, I mean, we may even do some reaction videos. We play around with it, see how it kind of functions, and see what we can do, how much time we got on our hands, and how much we really want to, what's serious and what's, just content for those that want to learn and adapt, or even just want to hear us out. You know what I mean? Because we are, I would believe, good commentators. You know what I'm saying? And
the best.
I believe some reaction videos would prove that, and yeah, we'll see. You know what I mean?
Yo, also too, like not just reaction videos. Look out for other content like how-to videos. I know we're gonna be doing a gardening episode.
Yeah.
For sure, garden episode going on up.
I do some gardening myself. You know what I mean?
Whether it's either like mechanic work, artwork, I build my own canvases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a lot of other stuff, and I know Jarrell definitely touched upon about getting down to the truth and stuff like that. But also, we also just want to make things entertaining. Because I know a lot of people. Let's just say a lot of people turn into the news to get the news because they want to know what's going on in the world. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Right.
But I think that we could take it to like one where they're afraid to go because they got their own agenda.
Exactly. Yeah.
And two, we're gonna put it in a way. Once again, I'm gonna say my piece, which is from a certain lens. He's gonna be able to react. Yo, I see it from this lens. Okay, well, like what is really going on around here? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's gonna just help us get to the truth.
Right.
And I really can't wait to get into it. I had a pleasure doing the first like little, not even episode 1. This is kind of if this was a novel, this is the preface.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The preface, exactly. That's what I said.
Maybe a little table of contents going on right now.
Like if it's an album, intro.
Yeah. But be on the lookout soon for episode 1. We hope to do a weekly, at least once a week episode. If time gives us, maybe some more. If time doesn't get to us, maybe some less.
Right.
But we feel that whether it's an actual Truth Nugget podcast, which we hope to be around an hour-ish long, podcast, or whether it's our side content and stuff like that. But we do want to give the people what they want.
Right.
and because I think this is just gonna be good for the community.
Yeah, and you know, and the thing is like this here. You know, we're not trying to say we know it all. You know what I mean? You know, we're developing knowledge every day. So I'm saying, as we learn, grow, and interact and experience. So I'm saying, so you know, my whole thing is like, you know, we can learn from you as well.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? You know, send your comments. You know, send your thoughts. Send your you know, your knowledge to us, so that way we can be able to build together as a community. See what I'm saying?
And
Real
we
talk.
plan, especially like, you know, depending on the comments, you know, if we don't get too many trolls and stuff like that, but depending on the community that we develop, we definitely plan on dedicating time on the podcast to
respond.
address,
Yeah, of course.
you know, and give people
Yeah,
their shout outs.
yeah.
And whether that even means, hey, we have no even problem doing, you know, having you guys call in
Yeah,
and giving us, you know, your unfiltered opinion.
that part. Yeah, we're gonna eventually move into that, you know what I mean, as we get started up and going. You know, I see a lot of other podcasts that got, you know, call in numbers or whatever the case may be. Or they got call in at certain times, certain subjects, whatever the case may be. Some content may just be just dedicated to us doing or whatever. Everything doesn't need feedback, maybe just not at that moment. But, you know, we do appreciate and love all feedback, because it gives us, like I say, an opportunity to build together, because no one person knows it all. See what I'm saying? And we can all learn and grow from each other. You know what I mean? From the youngest spirit to the oldest spirit. You know, we can all we can all encourage and learn something from one another. So we hope to be hearing from you guys, and you know, we hope to like really, you know, tap in with the community, and we hope Sacramento loves us as well as we love Sacramento. You know, being a native from here.
Shout out.
Yeah, and just, you know, and growing and seeing things. You know, hopefully we can make some changes and differences in our community that you know, we live in every day.
Yo, last question before we sign off, boys and girls. Last question before we sign off. This is gonna be a quick question, just a simple answer. As a Sacramento native, which moniker for Sacramento do you prefer? City of the Trees or the farm to food capital of the world? It was City of the Trees, and about 2 or 3 years ago, Sacramento changed it to the farm to fork capital
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
of the world. As a Sacramento native, which moniker do you feel describes your city better?
City of the Trees.
Shout out! All right, y'all. Peace out.
Already know. To where, you know, like I said, I was speaking to Mario earlier, and he's talking about, you know, how a lot of people are making things. You know, if you're a Republican and I'm a Democrat, we ain't even got no conversation. We can't even talk together. You know
In
what I'm
fact, it's
saying?
worse than that. I hate you.
Right? Yeah. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? If you a blood and I'm a Crip, we ain't got no conversation for each other. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like, fuck you. You know, because it's
That's
a
a
political
crazy-
view
That's a crazy.
more than it is like, okay, how can we come to a understanding? You know, how can we come to a reasoning? How can we, you see what I'm saying? How can we, you know, establish our views without conflict? See what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
I'm
know,
feeling you.
and by being, or how can I say, by taking everything from a political standpoint, you can't, you won't be able to come to those kind of conclusions.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? So, you know,
It's crazy, but I know we're almost about an hour on this podcast already.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so I do want to kind of end it on a few tips.
right.
With what he just said, though, I think it's really important. Like, that's why we want to do this podcast, because I know we're not journalists, we're not analysts, but this little bit of independent media that you're going to get here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This independent, unfiltered, from the mind,
Raw and uncut.
from the body, from the soul.
Organic convo.
You know what I'm saying? This is what mainstream media is missing.
Yeah.
Mainstream media has
Keeping
an
it
agenda.
real. That's just what this is about. Keeping it real. Keeping it 100.
Please.
A thowie wowie on everything that consists of harming or being something good for the people. See what I'm saying? Because we're all individuals. And if you care about people, or you in a way that people say they care about people, then of course you're going to want to express these kind of truths and facts to the people that you love, so that way they are aware and knowledgeable about what's going on.
And you know what? That just kind of brings it all back to the same point. If you want to save the world, you got to love the world.
Simple.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know we talked about this before,
Uh-huh.
but 99% of the population out there agrees they want to make this world a better place.
Right.
And for whatever reason, we just cannot agree on how the path
To get there.
to get there. But
and
we
do it.
all
Right.
like
Yeah,
we don't want to be out here thuggish ruggish. We
Right.
don't want to promote that
Right.
mentality. You know, trust me, when I made those mistakes when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
I learned from that.
Right.
And actually, that was like the point in my life, the crossroads, where it made me really realize, like, what am I going to do with my life? And trust me, I want to be on the side of the good.
Yeah, exactly.
To put it as short and simple as I can.
Right.
I don't want to be on the side of on bad, where I'm thinking of bad things. I'm doing bad things. I want to be doing good things with my life.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because hey,
You
don't get me
do.
wrong, it's easy to do bad things.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's super easy
Yeah.
to rip off people, to steal from people you love, to lie to people that you
Right.
love, to
And a
take
lot-
advantage of people you never even met.
Mm-hmm. And a lot harder
that's
to
not
do
right.
good. So and that goes to say, and that's the reason why we will want to speak the truth to people. See what I'm saying? Because we don't want to misguide anybody. We don't want to mislead. You know what I mean? We don't want to misdirect anybody into doing things that is not for the greater good of themselves first and foremost, and for the greater good of the people around them. So I'm saying, because once you better yourself, you can better people around you. So I'm saying, then once they become better, they can better than people around them, and then the trend, the domino effect goes on.
I honestly feel like how they say misery loves company.
Yeah,
Oh, love defeats misery.
all day.
Love is the answer.
Right.
Love is the truth, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what the question is, if you answer it in the most loving way possible,
Yeah, conquer.
that is
all.
the right answer.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the right answer.
Because you're coming from a good state of feeling.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying, towards whatever it is that you're tackling, whether it's situation, problems, people, whatever the case may be. So I mean, this fight has always been since the beginning. So I'm saying, since before we was even born, the fight has always been good versus evil.
Mhm.
Now, when you grow up, you may do some bad things in life unaware.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But once you become aware and you know the difference between right and wrong,
Mhm.
you can decipher and choose to do either or, and reap what you sow. See what I'm saying? So now you either down with the good or you down with the bad. It's just one way or the other. There ain't no in between. You can't skip hot. No,
No, it's
you
sad.
can't go back and forth.
Yep.
You either on one side or the other. So I'm saying, I'm not saying you won't slip and make mistakes, but for the most part, if your heart has good intentions and you mean the best, even if it is a situation of where you feel like, man, you probably took it overboard or went a little further than what a good standard is would be considered for that situation at that time in the reasoning, then that's understandable. But for the most part, if your heart and your intentions is good, then that's all that matters.
Hey, you know what? I think that's a great point to kind of end the podcast.
Yeah.
And that just reminds me, hey, if y'all haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification buttons,
Check us
drop
out.
a comment, let us all know. Like I said, episode 2, we will definitely be already hitting. You wanted to say this already right now? We will be hitting like the first 3 commenters. We will directly respond. Maybe
yeah, for
we even
sure.
reach on out. Like I said, we do the
Yeah, we'll definitely try to
Hey.
look in to the telephone call-ins. You know what I mean? I mean, we're just getting started. It's new to us.
Mhm.
I mean, of course, we see a lot of podcasts going on. Of course, we listen to podcasts ourselves. You know what I mean? I think that where we differ from other podcasts is, first of all, is two of us.
Yep.
And as you can see, the complexion, the different backgrounds, and everything that we come from. I mean, of course, we'll get into that later.
Yep.
But we offer and real organic truth.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's not I mean, of course,
We're not afraid to bring it.
Yeah,
We are not
yeah.
afraid to bring
Yeah,
it.
period. You know what I mean? I mean, if it is what it is what it is. I mean, you only got one life to live, and you can either live it doing good or doing bad. and we choose to speak this truth, facts, and opinions, and how we see life with good intentions in our hearts to change people's lives and other individuals, and possibly see a greater influence of what we have to provide as far as information to our fans and the people out there.
All right, man. Well, hey, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Can't wait till the next episode.
that part.
And keep the truth out there,
We
man.
tap in. Yeah, we'll see y'all. Take care. Shout out.
Shout out.
Boom.